What's up YouTube? Welcome to .NET More. This is my second video in the series of jQGrid and ASP.NET MVC integration. In this tutorial, we will discuss how to implement server-side processing like paging, sorting, and searching. Before starting this video tutorial, I would like to ask you a favor. If you found this video helpful, please thumbs up this video, and for more awesome videos like this, please subscribe to this channel .NET More. Without further ado, let's get started. This is my Visual Studio 2013. Here we are going to create an ASP.NET MVC application. For that, click on New Project here. Then select Web under Visual C#. Then select ASP.NET Web Application. Name your application here. I will name it as jQGrid Server-Side Processing. Then select the location where you want to save this application. Then click on OK. Select MVC template, keep other options as it is, click on OK. So here we have a brand new ASP.NET MVC application. Now I am going to remove unwanted controllers and related views and model classes. Let me expand this controllers folder, then selecting account and home controller. Right click on it, then click on delete, click on OK. Do the same for model and view folders. Now let's discuss the importance of jQGrid server-side processing. In the previous video, we have discussed how to implement jQGrid client-side operations. In that tutorial, we have loaded all of the records at once, and then we have done the operations like sorting, paging, then searching from the loaded records. When we have millions of records to work with, it would be a bad idea to load all of the millions records at once and then do these operations from browser. In that case, we have to depend on big boy server. In server-side processing, we will load records for the current page rather than loading all of the record at once. Here we have created the application. Now let me show you the database for this application. Here we have a database jQGrid DB. Inside that we have a table employee. It contains this much columns: employee ID, name, position, office, and salary. And we have populated this table with 57 sample records. We will be using these records to demonstrate the working of server-side processing in jQGrid. First of all, I am going to create a controller. Right click on controllers, then add controller. I will select MVC file controller empty, click on add. I will name this controller as employee, click on add. So here we have created the controller employee. Inside that you can see the default index action. Now I'm going to make this employee controller as the default controller. For that, go to app start, then open root config.cs. Now replace this home with employee. Now back to the controller. Let's add ADO.NET entity data model for the database. Right click on models folder, add new item, select data from the left panel, then select ADO.NET entity data model. I will name this model as DB models. Click on add, select generate from database, click on next, click on new connection. Here we need to provide the SQL server connection details. For me it is local /SQLE 2012. Then I will select the database from this drop down here, jQGrid DB. Click on OK. After creating this entity model, there will be a class with this name. We need to create an object of this class in order to interact with database. So I am going to edit this class name here as DB model. Click on next. In this step, we have to select the database objects that we need to include in our entity data model. So I will select the table employee. Click on finish. So here we have created the entity data model inside models folder. This is the diagrammatic representation of employee table. Inside this db model.d, you can see a file employee.cs. Inside that we have a class employee. We will be using this class as a model for this application. Now we need to install the package FreeJQT. For that, select the project, then right click on it, manage and you get packages, then search for free-jQGrid. Now install this package FreeJQT. Installation of package is successful. Inside this content folder, we can see the newly added folder for the plugin themes, and inside scripts, you should see the script file for the plugin inside this folder free-jQGrid. Now I am going to create basic jQGrid using these sample 57 employee records. For that I will use the index action. So you want to create a view for this index action. Right click here, then add view. Keep the view name as it is index, then template will be empty. Use layout page is checked. Click on add. So here we created the index view. Now I am going to change this h2 header as jQGrid server side processing, sorting, paging and searching. I will add this much controls. First of all, we have added a line break, then we have a table with ID jQGrid, then we have a div with ID jQGrid pager. Using this table, we will be showing the employee records and we will convert that HTML table into jQGrid table. Inside this div, we will be showing the paging controls for jQGrid. Now let's add the CSS reference for the jQGrid style sheet for the plugin jQGrid that you can find inside this folder content. First of all, I will add the jQuery UI theme style sheet that you can find inside this theme folder. Inside that we have base folder. Then I will look for minified file jQuery UI.min.cs. Let me drag here. Now we need to add the style sheet for jQGrid plugin that you can find here, UI jQGrid.min.css. Now we need to add JavaScript file reference for the plugin jQGrid. For that, I'm going to use script section inside layout page here, underscore layout.cshtml. Here we have the script section, scripts. Now we can use this section inside this view here. For that, I will do this at section name is scripts. Inside this section, we can add JavaScript file reference for the plugin that you can find inside this folder FreeJQT. Inside that, we have a folder i18n. Inside this folder, we have a lot of JavaScript files. Each JavaScript file reference a language. For now, I will select the English language jQGrid.local-en. Let me drag the file here. After that, we can add the original JavaScript file for the plugin jQuery.jQGridmin.js. Let me drag it here. Now we need to convert this HTML table into jQGrid. For that, we have to add some custom JavaScript codes. For that, we can add the tag script here. First of all, I will define the jQuery ready function like this. First of all, I will declare a variable grid in order to store the activation of jQGrid. For that, we can do this. Let me copy the ID of table jQGrid and pasting here. Then call the function jQGrid. Inside this function, we have to pass the configuration for the jQGrid. First of all, I will type them. After that, we will discuss each of them. First, three properties specify the source of data for jQGrid. First of all, we have URL property. It specifies the URL from which we will retrieve the data to populate this table jQGrid. So there should be an action method get data inside employee controller. It should be of the type get. It should return data in the format JSON. After that, we have the call model property. It defines the column for the jQGrid. So in total, we have 4 columns: name, position, office and salary. We can specify the column label using this label property. The name property is used to bind columns to JSON data properties. So this name should be matched with JSON property name, and we have specified the column width. Using this property, we will show the number of records shown in this jQGrid. Then we have hide property. Then row list property is used for paging dropdown. Then we have pager. So we will specify this div as the pager for this jQGrid. If you set this load once property to true, This will be a client-side jQGrid. For this application, we need a server-side jQGrid. So we want to set this load once as false. By default, load once will be false. So I'm going to remove this line from here. Now we need to create this action method get data inside employee controller. For that, go to employee controller. Then we can do this public action result get data. Inside this action method, we need to retrieve these 57 employee records and we want to convert that employee collection into JSON data. For that, first of all, I will use this namespace. Let me copy this namespace from here and using here. First of all, I will create a using statement here. As a resource, I will use the DB model object here. DB model as DB is equal to new DB model. Outside this using statement, I will declare a list of employee as emp list is equal to new employee list. And we can retrieve the list here. Emp list is equal to db.employees to list. Finally, we will return this employee collection back to the caller. JSON new rows is equal to emp list. Finally, we have to pass the JSON request behavior as allocate. Let me run this application. For that, hold Control, then press F5. So this is how the index view of employee control looks like. Now we need to modify this pager in order to add search control into this pager div here. So that we can do this. So this will add a search control into this div right here. And we have disabled edit, add and delete operations. Let me save this and reload this page here. So here we have added the search operations. If I try to sort this column salary, you can see that nothing will happen. Now we need to implement these server-side operations inside this get data, searching, sorting and paging. Now let's look how we can do that. When we do operations like sorting, paging or searching, this jQGrid will raise a server-side call to this action method get data. And jQGrid will pass informations like sorting column, sort direction, current page number and things like that. These informations will be passed as query string. So inside this action method, I am going to retrieve all of the server-side parameters that we have sent from this jQGrid. For that, I will copy paste the code for retrieving these data like this. So here we will retrieve the current page number, then length of page, then sorting column, sorting direction. Then we have a variable underscore search to dictate whether searching is done in jQGrid or not. If it is equal to true, there will be a search operation. Searching column will be in this variable, then search keyword or search value will be inside this. Then searching operator is stored inside this variable. We can't use normal link queue to implement sorting and searching operations. For that, we are going to use NuGet package dynamic link queue. So first of all, we are going to install dynamic link queue into this application. For that, right click on this project, then click on manage NuGet packages, then search for system.linkqueue.dynamic, then install this package system.linkqueue.dynamic. So here we installed the package successfully. Now let me close this NuGet manager. In order to work with this package, we have to use the namespace using system.linkqueue.dynamic. Using this package, we can do dynamic link queue operations using string commands like we have been doing in SQL Server queries. First of all, we will do the jQGrid server-side sorting operation. If sort column name is not equal to empty, then we can say that there is a sort operation in jQGrid. Then we will sort the list like this. emp list is equal to emp list order by. Inside this function we can pass the string command to sort the list. So I will do this sort column, then we need to add a space, so I will add a space, then sort direction, then finally we have to convert into list. So this function order by is an overloaded version from dynamic link queue package. Inside that we have passed the query like this, column namespace sort direction. Now we will do the jQGrid server-side searching operation, search operation. For that, first of all, we will check whether there is a search operation or not. For that, we can use this boolean variable here. Inside this if clause, we will do the search operations. For that, I will use the switch case. Switch variable will be search operation here. Let me copy this and pasting here. If you check the jQGrid search control, here we can see all of the operators, search operator inside this jQGrid, equal, not equal, begin with, etc. Inside this GitHub link, you can see the complete list of standard search operator in jQGrid. When jQGrid send used search operator to server side, it will use the short form for the search operator. For equal, it will be EQ. For not equal, it will be NE. For less than, it will be LT, like that. You can see the complete list here. So if we have used the search operator as a parameter for this switch case, inside this we can do the operations equal, not equal, less than or greater than based on the search operator. For that, I'm going to copy paste the code that I have written for this purpose here. So here we have implemented all of the standard jQGrid operations. After sorting and searching operation, we will check the number of pages and total number of records remaining in this list. So here we have stored total number of pages after this sorting operation into this variable total page. For that, we have divided number of records with length of a single page, that means selected item from this drop down. And then we have added 0.5, then converted to int32 to round up this number to the next number. After that, we have retrieved the total number of records inside this variable. Finally, we can do jQGrid server-side paging operation here. For that, I will copy paste the code here. For that, we will skip the previous page records and we will take the current page records. Finally, we have to convert this employee collection into employee list. Inside this return JSON data, we have to add few more attributes. For that, I will copy paste the code here. Here we have passed the current page number, then length of a single page as row num, then total number of records after server-side processing, then total number of pages after searching and sorting is passed inside this property total. Now let me build this solution. Reload this page. Now if you sort this table based on name, you can see that records are sorting based on the selected sort direction. Now let's look how this paging works. Now I'm going to change the number of records inside a page as 10. So here we have total 6 pages. We can navigate to next page using this button here, and you can go to previous pages using these buttons. If you want to do search operation, you can use this button. Now I'm going to search for name that is equal to this one. Click on find. So here we have the record that we have searched for. Now if you want to go back to the initial state, you can click on this reset button here. Now if you check this search control, here we have missing some search operators for numbers like greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Now let's try to add those operators for this number column salary. For that, we will add search options property inside this column salary here. So here we have added operators like less than or equal to, not equal to, less than or equal to. Now, if you want to add more standard jQGrid operators, you can visit this link here. I have given this link inside the video description. Now let me save this and reload this page here. Now click on this search button here, then search for column salary. Now if you check these operators, here you can see the operators that we have added here. So I have tested these operators inside this action method using dynamic link queue package. In this video, we have discussed how to implement jQGrid server-side processing, sorting, paging, and searching in ASP.NET MVC. If you found this video helpful, please thumbs up this video, and for more awesome videos like this, please be subscribed to this channel .NET Mob. You can download this project source code and DB script from the link given below in video description. Please like and share this video with your friends and colleagues so that they can benefit from this. Have a nice day. Bye.